it's the Muskegon Channel. Andy O'Reilly down at the beautiful Hartshorn Marina today. I've got Chris Byrnes with me. Chris is, are you the president of this Nims Village thing, or tell me about Nims Village?
We don't have many titles, but yeah, Nims Village. Great to meet you. Great
My
to be
pleasure.
great
Thanks
to
for
be
coming
here.
Down, man.
Yeah, beautiful day out here in Muskegon.
Tell me about Nims Village.
Nims Village is an effort, a bunch of community volunteers that had various projects they wanted to undertake to help bring the neighborhood together, but also to help raise it up.
Okay.
And so we started meeting, a year ago.
Is it really? It takes a while, doesn't it? Everybody thinks this stuff happens overnight, but no, it takes a little time.
It does. And so we started coming up with some projects. What would we like to do to help raise up the community, raise up the neighborhood? And so we launched on a community garden project.
Okay.
We just had a first build day this last Saturday and this Friday.
Where's the garden? Tell us.
So the garden's on the grounds of the former Nims Elementary School.
Okay. Yep.
And that was been kind of a central focal point for us. And the schools and the city have been great to work with to help pull that together. We're putting 8 raised beds in there, and the idea being that we teach people how to grow their own vegetables, harvest them, teach them how to eat them, and work them into their diet, and so forth.
Yep, whatever
all
you
those
gotta
good
do.
things.
Yeah, awesome.
And so that just kicked off, and we got some support from Habitat for Humanity for that, and Michael Bolt, the local architects, organizing that group and designed the beds. So it's a real community effort there, and we hope to be able to continue to grow that one. And then this boating program.
Yeah, watch us go boating.
Watch us go boating.
This is more than just jumping in a boat and going for a ride.
It is.
Right.
It is. Even though that's a good thing.
Yes.
That's a good thing. But one of the things that we really felt in the Nims and Nelson neighborhoods is that we are really waterfront communities, but the people who live in our neighborhoods don't feel connected to the water.
No, we don't.
And even if you are lucky enough like me to live on the bluff and get a great view of the lake, I still got to get in my car and load up my kayak if I want to go paddling in it. And so what we wanted to do is provide the opportunity, first of all, for folks to get out on the water and experience the water, and provide a means for them to do that. And so we were able to put together a program. K&L Industries, the Sun Dolphin folks
we love those guys.
Are fantastic. They donated 10 kayaks to the effort.
I tell you what, of all the businesses in town that get hit up for donations and stuff, every event I'm at, there's a kayak from Sun Dolphin. So you got to give those guys some credit for really doing their part to be good stewards in the community. Every single one. I'll MC an event here, there, wherever, and guess what? There's a Sun Dolphin kayak right there for
Well, and we're really a community of all kinds of citizens, right? Sure. Even corporate citizens.
Yeah, absolutely.
And those folks that want to step up to the plate and help these good things happen, you can't thank them enough.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
We really need to do that. And not only that, but some of their staff then are helping to design the lessons.
Okay.
So what we want to be able to do is, we're focusing a lot on kids, but it can be anybody, you and me, even. Folks sign up to come get a boating lesson, so they learn how to put on their PFD and how to paddle and how to get back on after you fall off and so forth. And then if you take those lessons, you'll get some free rentals of the kayaks as well. Because again, trying to get people connected,
out on the water,
get them out on the water.
Yeah.
And what we hope to eventually do is for the local folks is to give them volunteer opportunities, and so if they help us clean up a beach somewhere, they earn a couple more hours of canoe kayaking time.
Love it.
So yeah, so again, trying to connect folks up, and plus they'll be available for rent.
Okay.
And so we partnered up with Guy's Ultimate Kayak Service.
I know Guy. Yeah, how do you not know Guy?
Yep,
He's everywhere.
He's a great guy.
Absolutely.
And he's been a local kayak livery service, basically here in the Muskegon area, and so partnered together with him to be able to offer rentals then as well. And so the marina staff here is going to run a rental operation, and the revenues from that are split between the city, the marina, and Guy, and then the Nims Village. So as we need to replace paddles and so forth, and we'll have a little bit of fee to do that.
A little slush fund.
And hopefully be able to fund more access points.
Sure.
Because that's part of the issue is when you've got seawalls and so forth, just being able to get it in and out of the water becomes an issue.
I lived when I lived in Sparta. I lived on a lake, and we were right across the street from the lake.
Yep.
And even just across the street we had to go down and use a public access to get the boat in or anything like that.
There you go.
And we had nice enough neighbors that if you wanted to go down through the yard, okay, great. But, you know, as a rule, that's their property, and you've got to go down to the little access to get yourself on.
Right.
And we should have more of that here in Muskegon.
Yep.
More ways for people to get on and enjoy. I like that idea.
Well, and so we're absolutely excited about that. I even was able to give away some swimming lessons for neighborhood kids.
Nice.
So again, a lot of the folks in the community have bad feelings about the lake. It's dangerous, it's dirty, etc. And we've been spending a lot of time and money cleaning up the lake.
Yep.
The water quality is coming back. The fish are coming back. We're getting off all those bad lists with the EPA and so forth.
Good.
And so we want to connect people up with it. But some of it's just being scared of the water.
Sure.
And so if we can have safe places to access, teach more people how to swim, teach them how to kayak safely, that's all going to reconnect folks with the waterfront. And
I love
so
that.
we're really trying to take advantage of that. We're actually have some more projects being planned with the city to clean up some what could be beaches along the bike path.
Very cool.
That have just become overgrown and so forth, and avoiding all the the wetlands and the invasive species and all that stuff. But basically we have lovely sandy spots all up and down this lake that are just, in a lot of cases, just inaccessible.
Yep.
And so clearing a path and clearing a little beach space. Access to the bike path is another thing in our Nims neighborhood. Actually, where we're at here is the only public access to the bike path.
Yep.
Even though our whole neighborhood's on the frontage of the lake,
right.
We're cut off from it by the bluff, and there's no public access. So we're looking at some projects to be able to put stairways in and handicap ramps if we need to, and so forth, to connect up with the bike path that then gets you to the lake. So
this guy's got so much going on. I thought I was busy. Man.
Well, it's fun. It's great stuff. And when you're motivated by trying to help people and help the community, it gives you a lot of energy. I know you've discovered that.
Oh man, too much.
Yep.
How do we find out more?
Well, Nims Village is on Facebook. Okay. We've got a Facebook page.
Put a link here for it.
Well, so Facebook Village on Facebook.
Okay.
And Nims Village.
Nims Village.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
On Facebook. And so we've got two real active committees, the Garden Committee and the Waterfront Committee, and we've got a steering committee then that meets every week. So it's all volunteers and so forth. But that's where we're trying to really pull these programs together.
Love it.
And if I could give a plug, the Watch Us Go boating program is actually
let's talk about that. I almost slipped.
Well, and it's actually so popular already that we're looking at offering it in Mona Lake Park.
Really?
Met with the city of Muskegon Heights recently, and we've got an event coming up in June.
Okay.
And we're trying to put together a little crowdfunding project to clean up the beach there and so forth. But we're going to offer the same boating program down at Mona Lake Park 1 or 2 days a week, and see if we can generate some interest, because it's the same thing there. There's a new term called, I don't know how new it is, but new to me anyway, called environmental justice.
Okay.
And in Michigan it became real popular with all the Flint water issues and so forth. But here, really, a lot of that is the separation of people from their natural resources. You don't have ready access, even though it's right there.
Yep.
And there's a lot to people's feeling about their community, about their own lives, and so forth, of what's available to them in their community. And so rather than it being a negative thing, as we talked about before, the water and the lakefront should be a really, really positive thing. Feel good about your community, feel good about yourselves and your families and your position in the community, and want to help then raise the rest of us up.
Yeah.
So it really does take a village, and that's why we ended up with the Nims Village name. So.
I got to tell you what the best part of you is that this is a no-brainer for me. I just turn the camera on and let you talk.
Sorry.
I love people that are smarter than me.
You'll have to find a spot to stop it.
No, you did great, man. Put your link on Facebook. We'll put you on the story here. This Nims Village thing is exciting. The Watch Us Go boating thing is a great thing for the area. I mean, as we're shrinking away from that manufacturing economy and those widget jobs and those kind of things, this is what we've got.
Yep.
This is our ace. This is our ace of spades, is this beautiful lake, Muskegon Lake and Lake Michigan and Mona Lake and all this kind of stuff. That's where it's all heading, folks, and people like this are making it happen. Chris, thanks for a few minutes today.
Yeah.
Keep us in touch, man. As you shake and rattle and roll around town, we want to be there to cover it. So
sounds terrific.
Keep us up, and like I said, all the links will be right here on the Muskegon channel. Chris Byrnes from the Nims Village, thanks for your time today, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Sounds great.